Hey Taurus, this is Alicia with Twisted Tarot, here to do your February 2019 Twin Flame Tarot reading. Thank you everyone for all your likes, shares, subscribes, comments. You guys are amazing. You have made my channel just awesome. You are my highest rated videos, highest viewed, highest comments, highest likes consistently since I believe I came, onto YouTube with my channel. So thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. As y'all know, I have a lot of people in my life that are Taurus. A lot. Like, it's probably the zodiac sign that I come into contact with the most. So my mother, my son, my cousin, my two best friends. Like, a certain special someone who knows who he is. So anyways. Shout out to him. So thank you guys. And he has also brought tons of people to my channel, and I'm so grateful for all the support that he's given and that you guys have given. So thank you so much, you guys. You're awesome. I am an intuitive reader, so if you are new to my channel, welcome. What that means is if you see a tarot card and I say something different from the traditional tarot, just know that I'm picking up a lot of different messages that come through the card. So clairaudience, clairsentience, and they may have nothing to do with that card, or Spirit is telling me that that card means something else. So I try to combine both. So for those of you that know my channel, I try to incorporate both. If I forget to shout out a sign, I apologize. That does happen in some of my readings because I am just go, go, go. So, and I try not to encourage them too much in the readings. Like, I do shout them out. I do say as many as possible, but I don't feel like we need to get caught up in them too much because sometimes it's just placements in someone's chart. It's not necessarily relevant to their rising sign, so keep that in mind. Also, if it doesn't resonate, check your moon, your rising, and your Venus. Cafe Astrology has a great link to do that. It's pretty easy. It maps it out all for you. You don't have to know what any of this stuff means, like when it says moon in Pisces or rising in Aquarius or whatever, things like that. You don't have to know that. Like, it'll tell you when you scroll to the bottom of the chart that's got the crazy lines on it and how it tells all the planets and stuff and what they're in, what zodiac sign they fall in. Below that, it will detail out what that means for you. It'll say, okay, so your moon in Aquarius means this, and it will give you a full paragraph on what that means for your personality and what they pick up on based on where your planets fall. So it's really cool. It's really simple. If you need any help, I do that for free. That is a service that I offer. So I don't map it for you, but I can walk you through it if you need some help how to put in your information. So what else? It is general, guys, so take what resonates, leave the rest. It may be the messages this month are not for you, or some are and some aren't. That's okay. Again, it's for the collective. So there's how many Tauruses out there? You guys are like 300 plus in my channel. So, by liking it too, guys, you can get my message out to other Taurians. So when you like the video, it brings it up in the sidebar for those that are logging into YouTube or follow tarot channels, and then they can see the messages. So please try to like, guys. That really helps me out. It helps me get my messages out to others that may need them like you do. So that's awesome. What else? I think that's pretty much it. And, I hope you guys enjoyed your bonus reading. That was awesome. It was the first time I've ever done a live reading. So I was super nervous, but you guys made it worth it. And I loved, connecting with you guys. So that's awesome. And I hope to do that again. So, and I'm going to do that for the highest rated signs here. And you guys are my highest viewers, and you are my highest on everything. So thank you so much. All right, so let's get into your reading. We're going to clear out the energy, and then we're going to start. All right, so if you're wearing headphones, you might want to take them off. It can get pretty loud with my chime. Awesome. Okay, so I don't know if this is relevant for you guys, but I normally just drink regular water. And I like the hint waters, as you can see here. Like, I like these because they have a little hint of, like, fruits and stuff. So if you guys are like, I don't want to drink water, like, it just tastes like water, try this because it's awesome. And it comes in all different kinds of flavors. And they're super good. They're a little pricey, but if you have an Aldi near you, I don't know where you're at. You know, obviously, I'm in Texas. So if you have an Aldi near you, they had, like, a 12-pack for $10, which is actually really good. So it's less than $1 a bottle. So it was awesome. So maybe you guys are thinking about your diet, changing some things in your diet, getting more water, getting more fruits, getting more vegetables. So that could be something I'm picking up on. But I'm really excited, but I'm also holding a lot of tension here in my jaw. Like, I feel like I may have talked for like 20 years while I was asleep or something. So I don't know if you guys are having like TMJ or like some, you know, maybe you talk too much, you know, ate something, like, I don't know, but it just is like this pressure here. So I'm going to try to make it through this because it's like already happening. So you guys may be holding some type of tension here, and possibly neck and shoulder area too. So, you might need, and maybe anger too, you know, for some of you. So, okay. All right, let's get into your reading. These are astrological cards, and Spirit helps me take 2. If your twin sign does not come out, it does not mean that this reading can't be for you. It just means that those signs may be more relevant. They may come out in the reading a lot more. That it may relate. Other cards may relate to those signs. It could also be birth placements in your chart or your twin's chart. So keep that in mind. But yeah, it's just a general reading, guys. But if they do come out for you, it could be special messages for those zodiac signs. All right, let's see. Who's Taurus's twin? Who's Taurus's twin? Sticking. Who's Taurus's twin? My shuffling skills are not so good today. Who's Taurus's twin? They're so stiff. Yeah, this is what I feel for you guys. It's so stiff. All right, guys. Who's Taurus's twin? Okay, wants to come out. Who's Taurus's twin? Okay, we have Leo. Who's Taurus's twin? And we have Aquarius. Okay. All right, so we could be dealing with a Leo or an Aquarius. All right, guys, mutual energy between you and your twin is the 3 of Cups reversed. Okay, so what I'm feeling for this card here is that for some of you, you've decided that, sorry, I'm trying to pick up all the messages here. There's a lot. So for some of you, it's like you may not be at the point where you can reconcile with your twin or have a reunion with your twin, because the upright card is a reunion. It could be a third party as well. It's also kind of, I'm feeling like emotions just kind of spilled over. So it's almost like sadness over this lack of reconciliation, maybe separation for some of you. You're still holding a candle for your twin here. There's 2 candles here. So there's still, it's almost like the candle the flames you were burning for each other have now kind of been drowned out by emotions. So maybe you're feeling very emotional towards this connection or in this connection right now. For some of you, I feel like you could be drinking a lot. It could just be that you're just feeling brokenhearted. Like, I know this is not the 2 of Swords or the 3 of Swords. This is just kind of the 3 of Cups, but they kind of mirror each other to me at times. And right now in this connection, I kind of feel that, like, apathy as well. Like, you just don't care. Like, you just don't care. Like, you're just like, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just what I feel from the card. Just kind of like, okay, I just don't care. Like, I'm not putting any effort in. I may be crying, I may be upset, I may be sad. Could be sad over a third party too. So we'll clarify and find out what this means. And as we get further into the reading, I can give you more information about this card and how it ties in. But kind of the overall message that I'm getting for you guys. And it's almost like the flames have been turned upside down. Like when these cups had water in them, they would spill out and probably douse out these flames. So maybe the passions died, or you're feeling like, you could be feeling like, what's the point? That's what I see. What's the point? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. All right, Taurus. What do we have for you? Ooh, the Engineer and Mars. Okay, so you may have Aries in your chart. Mars is the ruling planet of Aries. Beautiful. Okay, so for some of you, you may be really good at math. You may be an engineer, software developer. You may work for the government. For some of you, the card says every problem has a solution. Okay, so maybe you're trying to figure out what the problems are and come up with some rational, logical solutions. You know, as a Taurus, you're pretty grounded, most of you, and you know, you have this ability to kind of work. You have this ability to work things out in your head. Like if given enough tools and enough time and enough resources, you'll figure out the solution to the problem. So maybe you have a problem at work as well. So maybe you're an engineer or in that type of company, or you work for a company of engineers and they come to you to solve some of the problems. Maybe you have to test certain things. So I'm feeling this is an energy for some of you where there may be problems at work and you have to come up with a solution. So this could be very job-oriented card here, or career-oriented. The card symbolizes curious, productive, technical, hardworking, focused. Yeah, Taurus is very hardworking. They're focused, creative, competent, practical, competitive, decisive, determined, analytical, adventurous, loyal, and generous. Okay, those are a lot of the same characteristics as a Taurus. They're also characteristics of an Aries. So you may have Aries in your chart, maybe dealing with an Aries, but for what I'm seeing, this is also just relevant to your career or your current choice of employment. Stand up and be recognized. Behold, you are the inspiration you've been looking for. That's beautiful. Yeah, for some of you, you're just looking for recognition at the job that you're at, and you're also wanting to be recognized for the contributions that you make to the company. It's also outside of that. It's like doing something new. You want to stand up and be recognized. This is an energy where you're just proud of your accomplishments right now, and you're like, hey, guys, like, look at me, like, do a little bragging, like, that's okay. Like, we all need a healthy amount of ego, and so it's like, stand up and be recognized, and stand up and be proud of what you've done, and show your contribution and be proud of yourself, because, yeah, you're an inspiration, too, to others as well. All right, so this is a card from the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle, and this is a newer deck, so I'm going to read and see what the book says about this card. Beautiful. In the dance of life, sometimes you move towards your purpose, sometimes you move away. And when the stars align, you receive your reward. Outward recognition of an inward quest can be a jubilant affair, and yet it can be its own challenge. If you've been focusing on the essence of the quest itself for its own sake, not for the applause, ask yourself what you shall do with your ego during this time of recognition. There's nothing wrong with your ego getting a pat on the back. What did I just say? Because it has come through this journey too as a passenger, not a driver. Recognition is code for resonance. It says that what you stand for rings a bell in people's hearts and inspires them. The best part of this privilege is in being an inspiration for others to either join your quest or to reach deep within themselves and find their own raison d'être. Okay, don't know what that French means. But probably to find their own purpose, probably to find their own light, their own quest as well. So you may be standing up and doing something different and going in a new direction. Excuse me. And the stars have aligned for you to do that. Like you finally realize that this is what you want to do, this is where you want to go, or you're going to explore something new. So, and they're telling you there's nothing wrong with patting yourself on the back because you've come so far and you need to be recognized for this. You also need to be recognized by others because you're inspiring them to do the same thing. So if you're like, okay, I'm going to go and do comedy, or okay, I'm going to go and do, I'm going to go be an engineer, or something like that. In the company, you want to be recognized. And you also feel like proud of yourself. Like, oh, I'm going to take this new journey. I'm proud. I'm scared, but I'm proud. And they want you to be that way. They want you to be proud of that, because you do inspire others based on what you're doing. So that's beautiful. And others may follow you. Yeah. And we have stairs, so direction and timing. Yeah. So this is a process. So we get this in a lot of the readings. It's like an ascension card is how I view it too. So like you're just starting this journey, and it depends on your direction you're going. So you kind of know now, and you know that divine timing is kind of moving you in that direction. So if you feel like now's the time and you're getting signs and symbols, maybe you had a dream, they're like, okay, start now, one step at a time, and you're on your way up the stairs, kind of like a ladder, so you're moving up in your ascension process, and possibly in your career. So you're going into a higher spiritual realm as well. So ascending for a lot of you. So beautiful. Next card, we have a cycles. Yeah, so a cycle may have ended, and you're starting a new one. So it's all about that. And it's all about the moon cycle. So you may be very, very, very into the moon. There's a word for that. I think it's selenophile or something like that. Could be wrong, but it's also that you're feeling like this is the time to do what you want to do. This is the time. It's now starting, and you now can foresee a new vision for your future. Like she's looking out at that moon, and now she can picture. It feels like to me she can now picture what the next cycle is going to be like for her. So that's beautiful. Yeah, you guys. Next card is the sun reversed. Okay, so for some of you, you wanted this cycle to end because you were just feeling like something wasn't standing out for you. You weren't standing out. You weren't shining in this position, or you weren't shining in this direction, and you were just unhappy. You were just like, what am I doing here? Like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, this is not my path. So for some of you, you found enlightenment. Now something's been illuminated, but you're also trying to figure out what that is. So look, it's like this one cycle has to end in order for this to change. So it's very possible, or you feel stuck in a cycle. So you're just like, oh my gosh, like when is this going to end? Like for some of you, and, you may be feeling, sick or down in the dumps, or maybe depressed as well. And you may feel like you go between these. So there's times where there's depression, and then there's times where it's like, well, these actually kind of feel the same. So it's actually, you may be going between these cycles here. So feeling just like you can't see the new direction, you can't see your future, that it's like a fear-based energy, even though this is not a fear-based card. The sun also has to do with Leo, you guys. But it's a cycle here. So they're just telling you it's just a cycle, okay? And that cycle will come to a close, or that you can start a new cycle, and we can turn this, back upright, so you can have the illumination, this happiness, this joy, this childlike joy. And you may be wondering if you could do something that you wanted to do when you were a child. And for some of you, it may be facing childhood issues here too. Next card is Bat. Take care, enemies are working against you. Okay, so yeah, you may have people around you who don't have your best interest at heart, and they're talking in your ear, or they're just trying to underhandedly say, oh, you can't do that, or you shouldn't do that, or what have you. And just be careful, because I feel like this could be why. Like maybe they're making you feel like a lack of confidence and a lack of an ability in yourself to go in this direction. And just take care, because and who cares about them? Like, don't let them stop you. Literally don't let them stop you. Like, and you may have noticed it, and you may have put an end to it, like this cycle here. You may have noticed it and put an end to it. You're like, nah, you know what? Like, I'm going to move away from you and this, and I'm going to go in a better direction. And for some of you, you found out it was friends. Like, when you told them what you wanted to do, they were not supportive. And so when that happens, it's like, bye. Bye, Felicia. Twin flame message. Lying was just easier for me than telling you the truth. Okay, so for some of you, you were lying to yourself and your twin, which is basically the same thing. So it may have been in the connection that you were lying about how much you loved or cared about this person, or how much this connection meant to you, and it was just easier than telling the truth. Or you were lying about what you wanted in this connection. Like maybe you didn't know what you wanted, and maybe you were just trying to force it, or try and be the person they wanted, but in the end, you were sorry about that, guys. My video freezes, as you know. So it could have been just lying about something that you needed to tell them that maybe you regret now for not speaking up. So, interesting. Next card we have is the Sage, ruled by Jupiter. The truth will set me free. I have an owl. That's beautiful. Yeah, the truth will set you free. Lying. So you need to tell the truth to yourself and to your twin. Wise, spiritual, wealthy, gracious, intuitive, inspired, devoted, self-reflective, expansive, truth-seeking, emotionally intelligent, truthful, philosophical, and charitable. Now, I know a lot of Taurus that are philosophical, so this isn't far from your personality here. It's kind of like you have this wisdom and you have all this knowledge, and you're getting more knowledge and more wisdom. Maybe that's why you didn't tell the truth to your twin about something, is because maybe you didn't have the knowledge, or you didn't self-reflect to figure out what that even was until later on, when you started to feel like possibly you were separating from this connection, or you needed out, or you needed some time or space or whatever. And, you know, maybe it was that truth about who they really were. Maybe you needed to have that enlightenment. And for some of you, you may have a spirit animal of an owl. So I would look that up as well. But it all encompasses wisdom. And it all has to do with being intuitive and wise and spiritual. They're very spiritual animals. So maybe you're learning, again, on this journey, maybe this is the point that you've gotten to. In your journey, and you're ready to learn, you're ready to embrace the truth of this connection as well. Beautiful. And you may have looked for advice from friends and family about this connection, and to try and figure out what to do about it. So maybe you consulted a tarot reader and you were like, what do I do? You know, help me understand this journey. And you know, that's why a lot of you are here on my channel and other channels here on YouTube. So beautiful. Next card we have is Build and Breaks, Saunter Slowly. Yeah, they want you to, this card came up in one of the other readings. I can't remember who it was for, maybe Leo, but it was the twin side or something. But what they kind of want you to do is just build slowly. So, you know, these stairs that you're on and this path that you're on, you know, don't overwork yourself or push yourself too hard. Just go in small spurts, do small amounts, building slowly, take your time. You guys are earth signs anyways, so that's not, you know, uncommon for you as well. So it's kind of like, don't burn yourself out. Try and just take this journey one step at a time. If you need a vacation or a rest from it, that's fine. That's okay. You know, it does get overwhelming here. And so it may be building slowly and putting in small efforts into your spiritual journey and with this connection, also with work as well. And then if you're doing something new, go at it in a slower pace. You know, take the time, check everything off, make sure it's what you want to do. Maybe build a business plan, then look for the funding. But just, it's like step by step is what it's saying, basically. Travel, journey, path, and location. Yeah, exactly. So traveling, moving forward on your journey here. And so you're definitely either possibly physically traveling, and you're also taking a spiritual journey at the same time. And this is like your twin flame journey. So you're traveling, you're learning something. These are all cards here that are talking about, you know, cycles here as well. So, you know, maybe you want to start a new cycle and you want to go tour the world or look at find new cultures and study them. And you may be into archaeology for some of you. So travel is very relevant, and also the physical and the spiritual world. So that may all apply here at some point to your journey. So some of you, it's just a spiritual journey, which does involve travel. Some of you just are physically traveling, but you're also learning something spiritual along the way, which I guess is the same thing. So one and the same. And then we have mask. So, and it's reversed. So in order to put an end to this cycle, you have to be more authentic, more truthful with yourself, and realize that this isn't going to help you here with your twin or with anybody around you. So it's like, if you've been wearing a mask, if you've been doing something that you don't really like to do, or being someone you don't like, or someone that you don't respect, or just putting your values aside for someone else, they want you to be more authentic and to take off that mask, show who you truly are, and live in your truth. Beautiful. And this journey will help you do that, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could be a younger fire sign, but this is energy here that I'm seeing that is kind of like moving forward. So moving away, they fall like this. So this gal or guy is moving away from this unhappiness, moving away from things that no longer serve her on her path, or him. And I feel like this energy, I know they call this like the player of the deck, where it's like in and out and can be kind of, this may have caused some unhappiness in the past here. So for some of you, and maybe that person left you, maybe that was your twin, and that's why you became sad and depressed. But for others of you, I'm just saying you're just moving away from that cycle. You're moving away from things that no longer serve you. You're getting into a better headspace. You're getting into a better emotional space. And you're moving away from things that don't make you happy anymore. And you've now embraced a new path, a new journey. And you're starting something new. So beautiful. All right. And this was so funny. This card, when I was doing the tea leaf cards here, I spread them out. I went to take two, well, one, and this one just flipped over, like upright, and it is bull. You guys are a bull, so that is your animal. So you showed up for your reading as well, like you're here. And it says, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude, especially with the people working against you. It's like, don't back down. And you guys aren't like that anyways. You guys are very forceful and can be. And now's the time to kind of tap into that energy and to move forward. Even if you, this is going to sound really mean, but for some of you, you understand what I'm saying. Even if it means pushing through blocks and being a little aggressive to get what you want. Like, I don't mean that you have to stomp on anybody necessarily, but I think that there's force that's needed here with this bull. Like it says, don't back down, show strength and fortitude, because you have to move forward in this journey, and you're going to probably have to do that with the force of a bull, metaphorically speaking, to move forward, to get where you want to be. And you guys are stubborn. You know, I know a lot of Taurus. Y'all are stubborn, and that's can be a good thing or a bad thing. Here it's saying this is a good thing. Dig in your heels, move forward, or dig in your heels when it comes to people that are trying to keep you off your path, and say no, and move forward with the intentions of a bull. You know, they charge. They go after what they want. They see that red flag and they're like, whee! So that's who Spirit wants you to be. Embrace that bull, babies. All right. We have the Messenger, which is ruled by Mercury. I bring the light of awareness. Yes. So for a lot of you are awakened and enlightened, and you're light workers, and you are very spiritual by nature. Some of you could be Buddhist or Hindu, or interested in that type of religion, or that's your background for some of you. What I'm feeling for this card is that you are meant to awaken others. So you are meant to share my channel. You know I'm going to say it. So you're meant to awaken others to this journey, to this possibility of spiritual growth. So that's one of your missions in life. And you've been told by the divine that that's something they want you to do. They want you to awaken others. So it says perceptive, progressive, intelligent, adaptable, changeable, psychic, versatile, candid, agile, communicative, insightful, imaginative, curious, and instinctive. So they want you to kind of embrace this part of your personality if it's not something that you already have. I mean, intelligence, obviously, progressive, perceptive, and a lot of you may already have a lot of these characteristics. And for some of you, it's just embracing them with with your whole heart. Like, it's like, take off this mask and be vulnerable spiritually to those around you, and those that are meant to be on your path will travel with you and will embrace this with you. So like that stand up and be recognized, I believe. There was something in here that was talking about those that are meant for your path will be on your path with you. I can't remember which card that was. I think it was the stand up and be recognized. But anyways, I feel like that's what it's saying, that it wants you to embrace your gifts, embrace this intuitive side of yourself, and to maybe use this on your journey. So if you're not sure where you want to go, you may have to, do some meditations, and it will come to you. It'll come to you in a dream. It'll come to you. I had a gal that I talked to recently that she just woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and just went for a walk, and there it was in a vision, and she just saw it very clearly as she was walking. So it's that you will have visions of what you're supposed to do if you haven't already. And those will push you on your path. So will the signs and symbols and all the numbers that you see, look those up as well. And we have 4, 6, and 8. So not a lot of repeating numbers here specifically, but they may be relevant for you. All right, X marks the spot. See the love in disguise. Okay, this is such a beautiful card. And it's almost like showing you like that you have someone around you that, you can put your time and effort into. It could be your twin, it could be someone else, but it's like they're showing you that love is right there. Like they placed an X on this person and they're like, this is it. This is your person, or this is your path right now. And so, look at that. It's just shining a guiding light down to you guys. So it could be a soulmate connection. It could be your twin. But they're like, okay, this is a blessed union, whatever this is, or this is blessed for you to be with this person right now, or to show love and healing. Like these two people are like in love, but they're like, you don't know where one starts and the other ends. And they're in their own little world. Like you guys have a magical world. This could also be you connecting with your twin in the 5D as well. So you guys may be connecting here, and you can feel this. Like you can feel the divine love between the two of you. So beautiful. And you may fall in love with someone you never thought you were going to fall in love with too. It's almost like maybe spirits, just one day you look at this person and you just look at them differently. Okay, interesting. Your unpleasant dreams, as well as challenging life experiences, show you precisely where to shine a light to become a more awake, powerful version of yourself. These dreams show you where you are out of balance or letting your ego get the best of you. Even though it is counterintuitive, turn towards the things that grab you by the collar, because they are trying to give you an important message. Turn your nightmares into rightmares by asking how they are trying to help you. Then imagine yourself becoming powerful in the dream. Excuse me. Exaggerate this vision until you feel a shift in perspective. Doing this makes you wiser, more compassionate, and resourceful than before. You can greet the unpleasant aspects of life at the door, laughing, for you know they come bearing gifts. Okay, so what it's trying to tell you there is that even though you may be having nightmares or night terrors or dreams that are causing you some issues, like when you wake up, you may be afraid, you may be frightened, you may not be sleeping well. They're trying to teach you something. So it's like, write those down, get that dream journal out, write down what's happening, and realize that it's trying to either break down your ego, or it's trying to show you something in your waking life that you're not consciously aware of. So it has to kind of use those dreams to kind of maybe scare you onto the right path, or to push you onto the right path, or to get you to wake up to something in your current life. This is interesting. So if you're dreaming about an ex, this part's for you. Dreams of an ex are extremely powerful, and that they often reveal our deepest wounds and vulnerabilities. For the record, dreaming of your ex doesn't necessarily mean you still hold a candle for them. Wow, see? Candles. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. They represent aspects of your innocence, passion, or sensuality that you may have cut off when the relationship ended. These dreams seek to reconnect you with aliveness you may have left behind, and that can help you upon your current quest and in your present relationships. Okay, yeah. So it's very much talking about that there are some things you may still have to deal with when it comes to your ex, or you may still think that it's over, it's ended, and there's nothing, there's no unresolved issues, or aren't any unresolved issues, but Spirit is telling you that they just represent aspects of your innocent passions or sensuality that you may have cut off when the relationship ended. So it's almost like we always say, like, oh, I hate men, or I hate women, or my twin is a crap dog, and whatever, and that's fine. But it's also showing you that, like, you don't have to cut off those parts of you that are still loving, or still passionate, or still sensual when the relationship ends. That there is still love around you, and love can still blossom, even if it's not with your twin. Now, I know that a lot of you, that's the goal, and that's wonderful, and that's great. But I do feel kind of a disconnect here, you know, that maybe the passion's burned out, or the emotions are overwhelming the passion for some of you, or you've just cut off from that between you and your twin. Like, you guys have like this serious disconnect between the passion and your emotions may be taking over instead of the fire and the spark may have actually literally been drowned out. Okay. Next card we have is bathroom. Okay, so what this symbolizes is cleansing and clarify. So a lot of you may like to take showers or baths, or you may enjoy being in the water. Again, this is like you may have water signs or water in your chart, or be dealing with a water sign. Aquarius is a water bearer, but they're actually air. So, but what I'm seeing here is for some of you, what you could do, and again, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not saying, you know, talk to your doctor first, but I recommend, and this is what I do, is Epsom salt baths. They have wonderful Dr. Teal's, like you can get them at Walmart or Target, or most grocery stores have them, or you can just get their, you know, generic brand, either one. And they all can be, they're infused, or you can infuse them yourself with like lavender and peppermint and eucalyptus and things like that. And they will help de-stress and detoxify your body. So I'm feeling like you guys might need to do that. For some of you, you may be on like a colon cleanse, and so you're in the bathroom a lot, and so it's like you're just cleansing your body out, and that's a good thing. Like, Spirit wants you to do that. And it will bring you clarity. So a lot of you, when you are in the bathtub, or you're, you know, taking a bubble bath or whatever, you may all of a sudden come to some epiphany, or maybe you'll have your vision of what you want to do next, or what you're looking for right now may come through taking this relaxing journey here, and also foot baths and things like that. True foot baths, not the ones that, you know, don't work. So I know that there's a difference here, and, you know, do your research here so about what those are. But I own one, and it is amazing, and it cleanses and pulls out toxins. It's really magical. Next card we have is lessons. Okay, so yeah, letting go of this mask and being authentic is part of the lesson here, guys. So it's also a lesson that this is just a cycle. So in order to end a cycle or to start a cycle, you want to possibly start it with being authentic, being truthful, being who you really are, and embracing that, and embracing whatever new project or new idea or new job opportunity that comes your way. And there's a lesson in it too. There's like a lesson in, you'll learn this lesson by clarifying and realizing your purpose is also to awaken others on this journey as well. So one of those lessons has to be learned on your journey here. And so you're on your way to that. And this is your journey. This is your path. Queen of Swords. Also, another lesson is to cut out the bullshit. Like, so we've got two signs here that face each other. So it's almost like we have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you may have in your life a mother figure with this Queen of Swords, or a friend who's older, possibly. But it's almost like, and we'll clarify between the two of them and see what the relationship is, because I'm curious to see but I'm feeling like there's a lesson to be learned from this person. So maybe the lesson is they can teach you as the, sorry, it's my coffee maker. So they could, the Queen of Swords can teach you to be more discerning, cut out the bullshit and move forward, kind of in the way that it's more aggressive than you normally would be, possibly. Could also be just there's lessons to learn from the relationship between you and your mother. Could be it could also be a masculine energy as well, but I'm feeling two women here. So I'm also feeling like this Aries has something to teach too. And this Queen of Swords, like maybe a mother figure that's like, nah, you can't do this. Like, what are you doing with your life? Like, why are you trying to, you know, start this new business or this new opportunity, or why are you going this direction? Like, you're going to fuck up your life, or something's going to go wrong, or blah, blah, blah. Like, it's almost like blockage. This person's trying to block positive movement forward. So be careful, because again, we have take care, enemies are working against you. I do very much feel like an air sign here is trying to block you from your path. So I'm not sure how that is. We do have an Aquarius here, so it could be this Aquarius, could be your twin, or you are trying to go towards your twin, that's the other message I'm getting. And you're taking on this fire quality, like this excited quality, like you want to go towards them, and they kind of want to go towards you too. Like these two people are trying to get together. So could be a same-sex relationship too. Could be two women, one younger or one older air sign and a younger fire sign possibly. Doesn't have to be though. But I do feel like that's definitely one of the goals here is these people need to learn to work together, and they have something to learn together. And again, this could be this twin flame journey. Could be that you want to be more authentic, and once you can be more authentic and you can be more truthful, then you can go towards this Queen of Swords. So, you know, there's that. And we have Leo here too. So, you know, we have fire here. So keep that in mind. I think that there's these two people are relevant in your life. Leave me some comments about this, because this is really interesting. Yeah. I'm feeling, even though this isn't a Leo card, I'm feeling this could be also the Leo. Okay. Rat. Someone is working against you behind your back. Yes, this is what I just said. I feel like you have someone in this connection that is blocking your progress. Maybe blocking you from coming towards your twin. Blocking you from your spiritual path. Blocking you from your happiness. And we have two cards here, rat and bat, okay? So it could be a name starts with a B, could be a name starts with an R. We have two B's here. They could also be a Taurus possibly, but I'm not picking that up strongly. I'm picking up strongly an air sign possibly, or a Leo in this card. And I don't know why. Just what I'm feeling, even though it's not Leo. And maybe they have air, maybe they're air with Leo rising, or air with Leo in their chart heavy, or somewhere. It's very possible that's the case too. So, and maybe this is why this Three of Cups is here, because maybe that's that third party. Could be a mother figure for a lot of you. I do feel mother getting involved, like over involved in this situation. Could be your mother, could be someone else's mother, could be a grandmother. I'm not feeling that though. I'm really feeling mother figure. So this could be why this connection is like this. It's almost like maybe you don't want to be part of this third party. Maybe you want this third party to back the hell off and stay out of this connection. And it's causing a lot of sadness here as well, as what I'm seeing. Especially with the Sun reversed and the Three of Cups reversed here, guys. Could also be a friend. Could also be a friend or someone you work with. So, yeah. Okay, let's do some clarifying here, because I am dying to figure out what all this means. Okay, let's do the Three of Cups first. Reverse the mutual energy between you two. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally spaced it. You have twin flame messages. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. At the bottom of this row, I got totally distracted. Okay. Twin flame message, it's easier to just stay away right now. Okay, yeah. I feel that there's a disconnect on this side. So maybe it's easier for the Taurus that you're dealing with to stay away right now. They may have like some things that they're working through right now. Next card is your beauty still moves me. Aww. So they want to tell you that you're beautiful and that they're just staying away right now and they weren't being authentic before. And that could exactly be why. And it may be easier to stay away because there's a third party involved here too. Family member, friend, or it could be a relationship too with this Queen of Swords. Yeah, but please be careful, guys. There's lots of people that are talking behind your back and working against you. May not have your best interest at heart. You have 2 cards here that are saying that out of that huge deck, and it's a huge deck. It's like maybe 70 cards. How many? 200. 200. Okay, out of 200 cards. All right, guys. Okay, so let's get some information. Let me get some energy on the 3 of Cups reversed. Why is the 3 of Cups reversed? I do not want to shuffle clarify. Okay. So we have the Ace of Swords. So normally I'd say upright that some truth and clarity will come to the situation, but maybe here somebody's lying. Somebody's lying about a third party, or somebody is lying to you about a third party, or they're lying to themselves about a third party, something to do with that, or it's a lack of clarity, like there's confusion, there's this you know, backstabbing right here with this rat and this bat. You know, somebody's working behind your back. Like, this is somebody who would stab you in the back, Queen of Swords. Especially if she's like this. So, but she's not. She's kind of showing upright, but she has the ability to block your path. Like, I'm feeling like because she stands with this sword, and there's like these 2 people, these 2 women staring at each other, that this person has caused some real damage to this connection, whoever that is. Wow, it's sad, you guys. Sorry about that. Why is the Sun reversed? Well, we know now. We know why the Sun would be reversed if somebody's damaging this connection and inserting themselves where they don't belong, possibly. You know, I don't know the whole story, but, you know, that's how it feels. It feels like this person doesn't belong. And maybe meddling, and maybe gossip. Okay, why is the Sun reversed? Queen of Cups reversed. Okay. Again, that's kind of what I felt with the 3 of Cups here. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy here. I'm also feeling like for this Queen of Cups, or for you, Taurus, that either someone or yourself, or you're feeling like emotionally manipulated. And so, or that your emotions are just out of control. So it's like depression here. So I feel like this is just a depressive energy. Like you've gone through some depression and you haven't been able to see the light. And this is more of an energy here. I'm not really feeling a person. If it is a person though, you look at them and you see you're not bringing me any happiness and you're emotionally manipulating this connection and kind of like drowning out your spiritual purpose. Like they keep coming in and they kind of like, it's like they pour cups all over the place, in metaphorically speaking, in your life, and they knock stuff over consistently. Not really, but you know, just kind of like that whole energy of like, you know, I'm just here to just do damage. Like I'm here to just emotionally flip you upside down, manipulate your emotions so you don't know which end is up, and that you can't see the light for this person. This person can do that, is what I would be seeing with this Queen of Cups. And emotionally immature energy. So manipulative, immature. Maybe this person can have kids with the Sun here. They can't have kids, or they don't like kids. And it bothers you. For some of you, it bothers you. Like it's almost like, no, you know, like you're like, nah, I don't like that, you know, or you're worried you can't have kids too for some of you, and it may be putting you into some type of depression. That's interesting. Okay. Sorry, lots of messages there, guys. Lots. Okay. Why is... Okay, well, I'm not done yet. Why is... Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. Shh. Not there yet, Spirit. Chill, chill. Okay. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Give me some energy on the Knight of Wands. So we have the Page of Swords reversed. Okay, so Knight of Wands clarified by the Page of Swords. Okay, not putting up with this bullshit anymore is what I feel. Hold on, Zeldy. So it's like this energy of you're trying to unblock the connection between yourself and this person. And you see them as immature. Like, even though they present themselves as like this mature woman or man, this Queen of Swords energy here, it's like, excuse me, you're like, no, you're immature, and you're making me feel immature, and I'm having to lie about who I am, and I don't want to lie anymore. Like, I don't want to be dishonest anymore, especially with this mask. It's like you want to move away from this dishonesty. This person wants to move on from this. This person wants to move away from dishonesty. Somebody who's spying, somebody who's gossiping. I do very much feel that this Queen of Swords is doing just that. And that could be exactly the connective energy between the two of them. So let's see about this Queen of Swords, who she really is, what he or she is up to. Sorry, I say she because it's the Queen. All right, guys. Sorry, I had to let my dog out. Okay. Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords here? And again, you may have a Queen of Cups with this bat, which is one of the enemies here, and a Queen of Swords. So you've got a water sign and an air sign possibly working against you and your new path, or your new endeavor, or your spiritual journey. Yes. Ugh. That's a lot, guys. I'm sorry about that. Maybe your depression is the enemy as well. So keep that in mind. Or your emotions, or your ability to control your emotions possibly, or they feel out of control. So that's, and maybe it's also within, has to do with the cycles of the moon. Like, for most of us who are women, we understand this to be like the week before a period. So if you know anything about those that have premenstrual dysphoria, PMDD, that is something that is very much affected by the moon, okay? And it's very much affected by your cycle, but which is affected by the moon. So your period and things like that. And we get crazy around that time frame, and we get depressive. And for a lot of you, if you're on birth control, this could be why this cycle is why you feel like you want to kill yourself around that time frame. And I'm not saying that, you know, for everybody. I'm just saying that for one of you, and maybe you need to get off birth control. Hormonal birth control can cause that, guys. So keep that in mind. If you're feeling this way and you can track it on a cycle, you probably have premenstrual dysphoria, PMDD. And hormonal birth control is one of the things that can cause this as well. Can cause you to feel like this. Emotionally unstable, out of control, depressive. Yeah, so please see your doctor, okay? Seriously, because I have been through that, and I know exactly what that's like, and it's awful. It's awful. So, all right, why is the Queen of Swords here? Whoa, too many cards. Okay. Why is the Queen of Swords here, please? One or two cards, please, on the Queen of Swords. Page of Cups. Okay. All right. Yeah. They don't have your love. They don't have... This way. Sorry. So, they don't have your best interest at heart. This is what I'm seeing from the Page of Cups. They're not loving towards you. They're not kind towards you. Their words are not kind. They're not offering you their love. They're not offering you support. They're doing the opposite. And maybe they owe you an apology, and they're like, nah, fucking way. And you're like, really? Really? Like, that could be this person. That could be this person. They may have said harsh words and are not supportive of a lot of the things that you've done, and they act childish like this. This is Page of Cups. This is childish energy. This is like, oh, I'm right, you're wrong. I don't owe you an apology. I don't owe you shit, and I don't have to show love towards you. This person's mean. Could be a boss for some of you. Yeah, we got 2 immature. So when you, and this person, both of these people that are here act like children. And the way I can see that is because we have a fire sign and an air sign, both clarified by pages, which is immature energy. So you bring this out in this person and they bring it out in you, and you both come to immature conclusions. Harsh words are spoken. Shit is talked, man. Gossip and backstabbing. But that person brings it out in you and you bring it out in them, and then it's this childish game. That's exactly what I feel from that. Wow. So interesting. All right, guys. Yeah, leave me some comments below about this, because wow. Okay, let's get some happy energy here. You have a fortune card coming here. Let's see what your fortune is. All right, you have Chariot. Charge ahead with confidence. Stay strong and focused. Yeah, guys, you're on the right path. You know, there's going to be blocks. There's going to be haters. And you know what? Just keep going. Just keep moving forward. Okay? Just keep moving forward. All right, babes, I will see you for your twins energy here in the second video. And if I don't see you then, I will see you for your March videos. Take care.